Welcome back, all you kings, queens, and in-betweens. Today we are going to be reviewing another game by Stuff by Bez. The name of that game is Categorick. It's for ages 10 plus, takes 5 to 12 minutes, and 2 to 6 players can play. Once the game is set up, this is what it's going to look like. You're going to have a row of 5 cards in the center and the deck off to the side. This is a game designed around naming items within a specific category. So the starter category that they give you in the box is food and drink. Usually the owner of the game is going to be the first flipper, so you're going to start by flipping over this center card. And you have to name an item that falls into the provided category that begins with one of those letters. So in this case, you say apple or lemon or something like that. So the first player to shout that out, their team is going to win that move. So in the case of, say, I was the one who won, what I would have to do is I would now have to flip over this card here, grab a card from the deck, put it on top of the old one, and clap before I am able to say anything that falls into this category with these letters. So in this case, it's L and T. And so I have to do all 3 of those things, but the other team is able to start guessing as soon as I flip over the card. So it makes it so it's a little bit of a tug of war, and it's hard for someone to just run the table. So if we continue going, say I managed to win it again, what we would do is we'd flip it over. I would cover this and clap, and then we would go to this one. Now, once it's gotten to my end here, if I were to win this one, I would actually win a point. But to indicate that, it says to slide it off to your side, but I typically just slide it off to one of the ends here. And then what you would do is you would fill this spot here, and we would go back to the middle for the next move. So you can only win a point if it gets all the way to your side, your end, as it's noted in the rules, and you're going to play until the deck runs out, see who has the most points. So that's pretty much the game. Moving on to my final thoughts. This is a fun game. I like playing the game categories in general, just the out in the ether kind of categories where you just pick a category and you go back and forth, whether you're throwing a ball to each other or you're just going around in a circle. So this is just kind of taking that concept and turning it into a card game. It's similar to like a Scattergories or something like that, except without the timing aspect, though I guess you're trying to do it as fast as you can, so it's still being technically timed. They tell you in the rules that you should be lenient on what you allow, and they even give you a text message number on here, and the person is willing to arbitrate your disagreements on whether or not specific words count for specific categories. And they give you the food and drink out of the box, but you can pick whatever categories you want and get as hyper specific as you want. I'm not sure if this text message number is going to make it to the final cut of the game, but we have one, and I'm not going to show it just in case it's not going to make it to the final. Again, this game is going to run around $10, and that's super low for most card games, and I think you can spring that for something like this. It's a great game to pass the time. You're staying active, keeping your brain active. You're doing a lot of back and forth, tug of war kind of style, which is how they describe it. It's pretty hard to get your points because you have to get all the way to the end, and it's hard to be the one who's flipping the card, covering the card, and clapping. I think the clapping is a little bit much because it just makes it really hard to get anything, but I can understand why they went with it like that. One specific thing that I do like about this game is I like how they have the rule cards arranged inside the box. They have them arranged in order, they're numbered, and there's relevant cards in between them, so you can kind of set up and start playing the game as you're progressing through the rules, which is a pretty good way of doing it. I'd recommend this game, honestly. We'll have all of the relevant information down in the description about the game and about the company. Please like the video if you like it. Comment down below and let us know. Do you ever play categories? Do you ever play any card games similar to this? Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of this content going forward, and ring that bell so you know what's up, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Hi, Tisha Valenza, aka Poison Ivy, and you've just been watching King's Entertainment Reviews. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch.